When was the last time you did nothing? Not scrolling, not half watching a show while replying to messages, not lying in bed with your brain still running your to-do list. Actual nothing. Most guys can't remember, and they wear that like a badge. Like being tired all the time means you're winning. There's a concept for the thing that you're missing. Not a big word, a small one. Means negative space. It just means the space between things, the pause, the gap. This is Sasha. She's 28. She used to fill every single second of her day on purpose because silence made her feel like she was falling behind. By the end of this, she wasn't doing more. She was doing less. And somehow everything finally started working. This is how that happened. Sasha is a marketing manager at a mid-sized company. She's been there 4 years, good at her job. People trust her with things. Her day starts at 6:45, not because she wants to, but because her alarm is set for 6:15 and she hits snooze exactly twice, every single day, like it's part of the routine now. She checks her phone before she's even set up. Slack first, then email, then Instagram just for a second, which is never just a second. She's got 3 different planning apps on her phone. Not because one doesn't work, because switching between them feels like progress. Her calendar is color-coded, blue for work, green for gym, which she books but cancels more than she attends, pink for self-care, which is its own kind of joke, because she's never once used that block for anything except catching up on emails she was already behind on. She works 12-hour days most weeks, not because her boss demands it, because if she stops moving, the thoughts catch up to her. She eats lunch at her desk, scrolling with one hand, fork in the other. She's told herself she'll start meal prepping every Sunday for the last year and a half. That night, she watches productivity videos in bed. 15 minutes of some guy telling her how to optimize her mornings, and then she falls asleep with the phone still in her hand, and she wakes up and does none of it. She's not lazy. That's the part that confuses her. She works harder than almost anyone she knows. She just never feels like she's getting anywhere. Here's what Sasha tells people when they ask how she's doing.
Busy, but good. Can't complain.
Here's what's actually happening in her head most nights. Why does everyone else seem like they have this figured out? Why does an 8-hour day feel impossible for her when other people leave the office at 5 and seem fine? She tells herself she just needs a better system, a better planner, a better morning routine. If she just downloaded the right app, watched the right video, she'd finally catch up. She hasn't caught up in 3 years. There was a moment last month she still thinks about. She was in a meeting, presenting a campaign timeline she'd built at 1 a.m. the night before, and she blanked. Just froze mid-sentence in front of 6 people.
Sorry. So the second phase rolls out after we confirm the... Sorry, give me 1 second.
Her manager, Claire, covered for her, smooth like it was nothing.
She means once legal signs off on phase 2, which should be Thursday. Sasha, keep going whenever you're ready.
But Sasha sat there for the rest of the meeting with her face hot, replaying it, telling herself she used to be sharper than this. She didn't sleep well that night either. She lay there doing the thing she always does, scrolling through her own notes app, reading old to-do lists, looking for proof she used to have her life together. She has a drawer at home with 4 unused journals in it. She bought each one thinking this time she'd actually build the habit. She's written in none of them past page 3. There's a specific kind of quiet shame in being exhausted and having nothing to show for it. She feels that one a lot, not loud, just there, sitting under everything. Every day around 4 p.m. when the fatigue hits and she still has 6 hours of things left to do. It's a Sunday, her one real day off if you could call it that. She and Daniel spend the day together. Coffee in the morning, a walk, lunch, the kind of slow day she used to actually enjoy before she started treating slow like a warning sign. In the evening, they end up at the park near his place. They sit on the grass eating ice cream, the kind of ordinary moment that isn't supposed to mean anything. Except Sasha isn't really there. She's got her phone out, rearranging next week's calendar, moving a client call 30 minutes earlier so she can fit in a haircut she's been postponing for 6 weeks. Her ice cream is melting, forgotten, in her other hand. Daniel watches her for a while before he says anything.
You've been on your phone for 20 minutes.
I'm just organizing my week.
On a Sunday, at a park, while we're on a date.
She doesn't have a good answer for that. She looks down at her phone, at the calendar full of blocks with no space between any of them, and for 1 second she actually sees it. How full it is. How there isn't a single gap anywhere.
I don't even know why I'm doing this right now.
Daniel doesn't lecture her. He just watches her for a second, the way people watch someone they're worried about.
Sasha, you know I love you, right?
She looks up at him. He's not smiling.
You can't hide things from me. We've been together too long for that. And I can see it on your face. You've been putting a lot of pressure on yourself lately.
Sasha doesn't say anything. She just looks back down at her phone, then puts it face down on the grass.
I haven't seen you actually relax in weeks.
He lets that sit for a second before he goes further.
There's someone I want you to meet. My dad's friend Hiroshi. He's a therapist, kind of old school. You'd probably think he's a little strange, but I think he can help you. Let's go together.
Sasha almost says no. Her first instinct is that she doesn't have time for therapy, which is, if she's honest with herself, exactly the problem. But she doesn't say no. Daniel drives her there, doesn't come in, just parks and walks her to the door.
I'll be right out here. Take your time.
Sasha almost asks him to come in with her. She doesn't. She just nods and goes in alone. Hiroshi's office isn't what she expects. No couch, no framed diplomas on the wall. Just a small table, 2 cushions, and a window that looks out onto nothing in particular. She talks for almost 10 minutes straight before he says anything. About her schedule, her calendar, her 12-hour days. How tired she is, how she can't understand why nothing ever feels finished. He listens without writing anything down. When she finally stops, there's a pause, a real one, long enough that she almost fills it just to make it less uncomfortable.
Your calendar. Show me.
She hands him a phone. He looks at it for a moment, doesn't scroll, just looks.
There's no space in here. Not one gap. Anywhere. On any day.
I know. I'm busy.
That's not what I mean.
He hands the phone back to her.
You think the empty space is a problem to fix. Something to fill. That's why you're exhausted. You spent years running from something that was never dangerous.
Sasha doesn't understand yet, and it shows on her face.
In Japanese, there's a word, ma. It means the space between things, the pause between 2 notes in a song, the blank part of a painting. Most people look at that space and think nothing is happening there. But that space is what makes the notes mean something. Without it, it's just noise.
Sasha waits for him to explain more. He doesn't. He just reaches for a small notepad on the table, tears off a piece, and writes something down.
I'm not going to give you a plan. Plans are just more things to fail at. 3 things, that's all.
He slides the paper across to her.
1. Every day, leave 1 hour on your calendar with nothing in it. Don't label it, don't protect it with a task, just leave it empty. 2. When you eat, put the phone in another room, not on silent, in another room. 3. Before you reply to anything, a message, an email, a person talking to you, count to 5 in your head first, every time.
Sasha looks at the paper like it's a joke.
That's it? That's supposed to fix this?
I didn't say it would fix anything. I said do it for a week, then come back and tell me it did nothing.
She folds the paper and puts it in her pocket, not sure if she believes him. When she comes out, Daniel is still there, exactly where he said he'd be. He doesn't ask what was said. He just asks if she's hungry. She isn't ready to talk about it yet. He doesn't push. Ma is a Japanese idea, and at its core, it's simple. It's the space between things, the pause, the gap, the silence that isn't empty. It's doing something. Think about music for a second. A song isn't just the notes, it's the silence between the notes too. Take that silence away and mash every note together, and you don't get more music. You get noise. The gap is what lets each note actually land. Most people, especially guys who are trying to get ahead, treat empty time the same way Sasha treated her calendar, as a problem, dead space, something to fill with one more task, one more scroll, one more thing that looks like progress. This is where the ego gets involved, and this is why it's hard. An empty hour feels dangerous to a mind that measures its worth by output. If you're not doing something, who are you? If your calendar has a gap in it, does that mean you're falling behind or lazy or not enough? That fear is exactly what keeps people running 12-hour days that produce 4 hours of actual focused work, because busy feels safer than still, even when busy isn't working. Think about the gym. The muscle doesn't grow during the set. It grows during the rest. Skip the rest and you don't get more gains, you get injured. Same thing with a breakup, or getting rejected, or starting over after something falls apart. The healing doesn't happen while you're distracting yourself from it. It happens in the quiet after, the part everyone tries to skip. Ma isn't about doing nothing forever. It's about understanding that the space you keep trying to erase is actually where the meaning shows up. The gap between messages is what lets you think clearly before you reply instead of reacting. The gap between tasks is what lets your brain actually process what it just did. The gap in a conversation is sometimes more honest than anything either person could say. For Sasha, this meant her exhaustion was never really about how much she was doing. It was about never letting anything settle. Every hour bled into the next with nothing in between to let it land. She wasn't behind. She just never gave herself room to be anywhere. That's why Hiroshi didn't hand her a plan. A plan is just more tasks, more boxes to check, more ways to fail. He gave her 3 small rules instead. An empty hour, the phone in another room at meals, 5 seconds before she replies to anything. Nothing to fix, just space to leave alone. Sasha doesn't fix her calendar the next day. She tries, actually. Monday morning, she blocks out an hour and leaves it blank, just like he said. 20 minutes in, she's anxious, checking the time, and by 25 minutes, she's caved and opened her laptop early anyway. She feels stupid about it, like she failed at doing nothing, which is its own kind of joke, but she keeps trying. The phone in another room rule is easier some nights. She leaves it on the kitchen counter while she eats dinner in the living room. Other nights she forgets and brings it to the table anyway, catches herself mid-scroll, and just puts it down without making it a whole thing. The 5-second rule is the one that trips her up the most. Someone messages her about a deadline and her thumbs are already moving before she's counted to 2. She notices it after, not during, for the first week straight. There's a bad week in there too. A project falls behind at work and her old pattern comes roaring back. She works until 11 p.m. 3 nights straight, calendar packed edge to edge, not one empty hour left anywhere. That same tight feeling returns in her chest. She almost texts Daniel to cancel their Sunday. She stares at the message for a full minute before she deletes it instead. She goes anyway, doesn't use a single one of the 3 rules that whole week, just goes. The following Monday, she tries the empty hour again. This time, she makes it to 40 minutes before opening her laptop. Small, but longer than before. Slowly, the gaps stop feeling dangerous. Not all the time, just sometimes. She starts catching herself before she replies. Not every time, but enough that she notices the difference. She starts leaving her phone in another room most nights, not every night. Sasha still works long days sometimes. The job hasn't gotten easier. Deadlines still land wrong. People still email her at 9 p.m. expecting a same-night reply. But something in how she carries it has changed. Her calendar has gaps in it now, small ones. She doesn't always use them well, but they're there, and she doesn't feel the need to erase them the second they appear. The phone still comes to the table sometimes, but more often now it doesn't. She stopped keeping score of it. When she gets overwhelmed now, she doesn't always reach for her phone first. Sometimes she just sits with it for a minute before deciding what to do next. Not every time, but more than before. Daniel notices it in small ways. She's not glued to her phone on their Sundays anymore. Not completely. She still checks it. She's not a different person. She's just a little slower to fill the silence than she used to be. Life is still full. The pressure is still real. But she's not sprinting through every hour trying to outrun something she couldn't even name. So here's the question for you. What are you feeling right now that you're actually just afraid to sit inside of? Is it your phone? Is it work? Is it another show, another scroll, another task that didn't need to happen today? What would happen if you left 1 hour empty this week? No plan, no content, just space. Would it feel like relief? Or would it feel like something finally catching up to you? You don't need a fuller calendar. You need one gap you're brave enough to leave open.